everybody, welcome back to V Speaks. My name is V, and to all the returning subscribers, I love you so much. Thank you for coming back and watching this video. And to all the newbies, please hit the subscribe button, and please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'll put it right here. So guys, this week's topic, or this episode's topic, is grief. And for me, I have never really experienced grief in my whole entire life until my mother passed away. I never really had to plan a funeral and all the intense things that come with losing someone until my mom passed away. I only went to family funerals and stuff with my mom growing up, but it never hit home like when she passed away. So if you're watching this video thinking this person doesn't know what they're talking about, trust me, I know exactly how painful it is to lose someone you love so much, someone who is makes such a huge impact in your life. I know, So grief means intense sorrow. It is a Latin word. It comes from a Latin word called grievous, which means weighty. So think of grief as heavy, oppressive sadness. So in 2020 January, before COVID, I lost my mom. And I'm sure previous videos you've heard me mention that I lost my mom. So yeah, in 2020 I lost my mom in January. So yeah, and it was the most life-changing, painful, it's still painful thing that has ever happened in my whole entire life. I never saw my mom passing away coming. I thought me and my mom we're gonna grow old together, and when I buy a house, me and my mom are gonna live together with my kids. I didn't see myself getting married. That's what I'm saying, with my kids only and my mom, and doing nice things with my mom, because she did so much. She had done so much for me growing up, and me and my mom were very, very close, tooth and nail close. We were so close that we went everywhere together. She was my best friend. We did everything together. At home, we chilled together. My mom was everything to me. Even now, thinking about it, I'm just half of me, who I am, my personality, so much of myself, half of me is 6 feet under with my mom, or in heaven with her soul. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, grief is, losing someone you love is very, very painful. And for me, my mom only got sick for 10 days and then she passed away. So that's what I'm saying. We never saw it coming, I didn't know when I was telling my mom goodbye, thinking I'm going to see her the next day at hospital, that was actually the last goodbye. I'm never gonna see her alive ever again. So yeah, there are 5 stages of grief, which is denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Not everybody will experience all 5 stages at the same time, but yeah, grief is different for every person. So you may begin coping with loss in the bargaining stage and find yourself in anger or denial in the next stage. Maybe as time goes by, you may remain for months in one of the 5 stages but skip others entirely. You could even remain in one stage your whole life, depending on the circumstances of how your loved one passed away. But yeah, grief is really, really, really painful. I personally have experienced all 5 stages: denial, anger, bargaining, and depression. So we will start with stage 1, which is denial. Like I said, guys, this is not in order, this is in my order. So don't think that you're going to experience grief at the same stages, so that I'm in the same order that I'm saying this in. So yeah, so the first stage is denial. So grief is an overwhelming emotion. It's not unusual to respond to the intense and often sudden feelings by pretending the loss or change isn't happening. Denying it gives you time to more gradually absorb the news and begin the process to process it. This is a common defense mechanism and helps numb you to the intensity of the situation. As you move out of the denial stage, however, the emotions you've been hiding will begin to rise. You'll be confronted with a lot of sorrow you've denied. That is also a part of the journey of grief, but it can be difficult. Let me tell you something. My friends who were there for me when my mom passed away know this, who came every day during the funeral preparations know this. I'm gonna take tissue because what if I cry? But yeah, they know exactly what I went through. And one thing I can say, that the first week, that week when we were preparing, from day one, when the nurse called me and said, is this V? She said, who am I speaking to? I'm like, I'm speaking to her daughter. And she's like, sorry, your mom passed away. I didn't believe her. But the news came in. It was a very real thing. But I didn't believe her, because I remember the same night when me and my dad went out, that after I told him the news, after the hospital called me, we went out because he wanted to go buy airtime, and he was also going through his own thing. While I was in the car, I called the nurse back and I said, are you serious that my mom passed away? Like, are you for real? And she's like, unfortunately, yes, this is actually a very real thing. I didn't believe her still, because I was like, no, it's tomorrow, sweetie, we're going to the hospital, we're going to visit this woman. I've already packed her bags, I've already washed her clothes, so there's no way this is real. I remember after day 1, I was okay. I cried once, which was when I heard the news. And then after that, maybe I cried when people came in on the first day, to make sure that I'm fine. But the next days after that, I didn't cry, because I didn't think my mom was dead. I thought, no, these people are wasting their time. On top of that, I'm my mom's only child, so I had to be present in the preparations. I was just like, this is a waste of money. How can a coffin be this expensive for someone who's alive? You get what I'm saying? I was laughing with my friends, I was smiling, I was okay. Until even when, like, that week before the Saturday we buried my mom, I remember me and one of my uncles, he was taking me to fetch my mom's death certificate and photocopy it. And I remember still not, like, I was just like, this is not real. Like, we're wasting our time, Home Affairs is lying. You get what I'm saying? And we went through but that whole week I just kept thinking, oh, it's 4 o'clock, my mom's probably coming. Even though her car was in the yard, I was like, sometimes she preferred using taxis to save petrol, because petrol is expensive. But she wasn't coming back. Deep down, subconsciously, I knew my mom was not coming back. Don't get me wrong. But I was in so much denial that whole week. The only time I had then realized that my mom passed away was on the day the day of the funeral, when we viewed her body. This is very graphic from here, guys. It's been graphic, but right now, whoever is sensitive, you can stop watching. You can literally stop watching. It's okay. Watch the next video. But yeah, when we viewed her body, that's when I realized that, yeah, no, Shubi Lemanj, this is real. It's going down. It can't be. you know. And yeah, my mom was gone. I remember the first time I really like cried, because now I know this is real, was when we were at the graveyard, and immediately when we arrived with my family and we sat down under the tent at the graveside, the coffin went down. That's when everything, even after viewing her body, everything became real. That was the only time I was in real denial that my mom passed away. Like I never experienced denial after that, because when you view the body and you see the person in there and you realize this is not a double ganger, my mom never had a twin, this is her. And then now we're going to the graveside, she's going down, people are pouring sand. It was too real for me that I got out of the denial stage so quick. So for me, denial lasted for a week. It lasted for a week for me. And it's okay to be in denial for as long as you need to be. Sometimes you process trauma the best way you know how, honestly. Sometimes trauma is not the way you think it's gonna be, because before my mom passed away, I always used to think, yo, should she pass away, I'll cry, roll on the ground, be dramatic. But my mom's death showed me the amount of strength that I have inside of me. I never thought I was this strong. You can, like, not that you can ask my friends, but like my friends know this. I never thought I am this strong. You get what I'm saying? Whew, very intense, guys. This is part 1 of grief. Stay tuned for part 2.